The east side of Oshkosh will soon have a new emergency medical service station as the demand in the city and surrounding communities continues to grow. Taylor Zebel tells us why this location is so important.
We're really thrilled to have an opportunity to give back to the community where we live and work.
After opening in January of this year, ThedaCare Medical Center of Oshkosh has been evaluating options to develop a permanent emergency medical service station for Gold Cross in Oshkosh. Sitting down the road on 6th Avenue is a property that was first built in the early 1900s and will now be restored into that needed service station.
By us reinvesting in this building, it really shows our continued commitment to this community and those that we're honored to serve.
The building is a former service and filling station, but once remodeling is complete, it will include a single ambulance bay, medical supply storage, and sleeping rooms.
And what we're able to do in partnership with Bergstrom Automotive, Oshkosh dealerships, is to reinvest and reinvigorate and ensure that we keep this as a fabric of the community.
Gold Cross says research shows 73% of people in Oshkosh live east of I-41, but most healthcare services are located west of the interstate, meaning east side residents are more than 15 minutes away from a hospital or an emergency room.
So as we think about the services that we're able to provide to the community, it's an incredible opportunity to ensure that we are furthering the services that we're providing and really focusing on providing that care local and close to home.
The emergency medical service station is expected to be complete in September. Reporting in Oshkosh, Taylor Zebel, Action 2 News.